Alright guys, welcome to the Trading Edge. It's Friday, it's the weekend. It was NFP today, so hopefully you didn't get taken out and by gambling your money in the markets during NFP, particularly if you don't know what you're doing. It's one of the biggest, most frequent news release events that comes out on the month, that take every month, that wipes out newbie traders. They gamble their money and they try and jump on a move, and then they end up getting shaken out the market, either due to greed or fear, and then they end up blowing their accounts. But hopefully that wasn't you. It's the weekend. I'm just going to round off. Had a very good week so far. Around 172 pips. I'm going to share with you a couple of opportunities going into next week. So we're going to be closing. I'm in this euro dollar trade. For me, it was the counter trend level based off of that level in the market that I like to pay attention to. And if you want more details on this type of trade, Akil Stokes, our New York trader, actually released a video on this pair, which I was able to get involved with yesterday. So I'm not going to go through this one. If you want to go and watch that video, go and watch that video. Very similar approach on the counter trend move there on the 4 hour. But what I'm going to share with you is a couple of opportunities going into next week. So the first one's going to be on the pound dollar. Now, if we drop out to the 4 hour, you're going to see that market tested that level once, that major level of structure resistance. Haven't yet tested it for a second time. This is where we saw that ascending channel, which I did a video on. If you haven't seen that already, go and check that out. It's a couple of days ago now. And we predicted this move, got involved in this bearish relief here, but we haven't yet retested the highs. Now what we can do is we can start to build out some confirmation and some confluence at this level, this purple line, previous structure resistance. And what we can do is we can start to bring on some tools to add as confluence and some confirmation filters. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on an equal measured move from this swing low to swing high. And you're going to see that we've got a very nice confluence there. We've got an equal measured move lining up perfectly with that previous structure resistance level. The second thing we can do is bring on our fib extension tools, and we can go from swing low, swing high, and you're going to see that we've got a 127 extension up in that zone as well. But the 127 extension has some more significance, and I'm going to share that with you in just a sec. We can also bring on a fib extension tool and use it as an inversion, and you're going to see we've got that 1414 lining up perfectly with that 127 extension as well. Now, some of you use fibs, some of you don't. Confluence, very good. Some people trade off of fibs, some people just use them to build up that confirmation, and they like to use them for a bit of extra confirmation that the market's likely to reverse. But we have some fib confluence here, we have an equal measured move, we have previous structure. We also have that 3600 even handle number, which is a major structure level out on the higher time frames, which is what I based my trading decision on off of this ascending channel earlier on in this week. One other thing that I'm going to share with you is, because we've got this 127 extension, if you don't have any conservative rules for entry up here, and you're not looking for any, and you're looking at this as a bit of a kill zone, and you're looking for your entry technique, well, there's a bit of an aggressive entry in the form of an advanced pattern formation. Anyone familiar with a Gartley pattern? Well, we've actually got a Gartley up at XAB. C, D completion. So we've got a Gartley pattern completion up at that zone as well. So anyone that uses any sort of scoring system to enter a trade, well, then there's your score. It's a pretty high score on that one. Pretty decent trading opportunity. Something to pay attention to out for next week, and that is the pound dollar. The next one I'm going to share with you is the dollar yen. Now, the dollar yen is a pair that has been consolidating forever, and during that consolidation, we've respected a major level of structure here, which has been respected time and time again. But looking at this from a lower time frame, we're looking on the 60-minute time frame here, and we can see, if we just read price action, we started putting in new lows, outside return, new low, outside return. new low. And then what we did is we retested that outside return, making this still a valid outside return until we put in this initial high. Now, once we put in this initial high, this is a signal for us to say that is the end of a trend. That is a potential rotation in this trend on the 60-minute time frame. So then we wait, and we don't buy, we don't sell. We wait for that trend confirmation, which is that 3-point move. And you can see we got that here. We put in this new high. Okay. Now, something to pay attention for next week is if we pull back here, we can potentially look to jump on this as a trend continuation move now. Now, all we need to do is wait for a pullback into this structure zone. Now, this is the level I'm going to be looking at. One, because this is the previous outside return, and two, this is a very, very decent level of structure. You see where we've got that reversal? We have support, becomes resistance, and then a break and close above becomes support. If we can pull down into this zone, this is the zone that's going to provide a decent level of protection if you've got stops below that level. Okay, so decent area to look for entry. Where can we enter? Well, first thing I'm going to do is bring on my ATR. At the moment, it's about 12 pips. So I know that my stop loss is going to have to be 12 pips below the low. That's going to put me down at 58 plus front running. And then I can start to work out where I can actually enter this, because I want a minimum of a 1-to-1 risk reward. So let's just take a look at this. I'm going to bring on the fib retracement tool just to build out. I'm shooting for a retest of the highs, so I know that the 50% is there, so that's going to be the area that I can enter. But as you can see, that's above the previous structure resistance level. So actually, the highest I can enter this is this level here at 112.87, and that only means one thing, is that my risk reward is going to be better. This would be my potential reward. This would be my risk. I'll look for a play down into this zone, and then I'll be looking for my entry technique, which would be a higher high, higher close candle. Or again, just like we did on the euro dollar this week, which ended up netting 59 pips, we could potentially get something like an advanced pattern formation in there, which would give us an aggressive entry into that trend continuation move. So hope you enjoyed that. That is rounding off the week. We've had a fantastic week. 172 pips plus whatever I close out the euro dollar trade on today. I'll be closing that off in a couple of hours just to close off for the weekend. So very, very good start to the year. Long may it continue into 2018. 2017 didn't start off like this. Didn't start off too well. 2018, very, very well. So stay tuned for these videos. If you haven't subscribed to the site already, tier1trading.com, go over and put your name down. The launch is only a couple of weeks away now. Very excited about that, and you'll get lots and lots more training like this leading up until that, as long as you're subscribed to this channel and the Tier 1 channel as well, if you're not watching this on Jason Greystone. In the meantime, go over, subscribe to Akil's channel, Tier 1, this channel if you're not already subscribed, and go over to social media and make sure that you're following us on all social media platforms. And do us a favor, share this with someone. Just give that thumbs up, a little click, share the video with someone you think might benefit from this. I'm sure there's many people out there that are drawn into that whole cryptocurrency thing. Get them on the right track and share this video with them. So till next time, I want you to have a great weekend, whatever it is you're doing, and I'll see you next week.